What's going on, guys? I hope you're all having a great day. I'm gonna get a ton of crap for this video. I already know it from you Honda and Polaris owners. I already know it, and probably some of you Can-Am owners too, but I am prepared for all of that. I already have videos that I'm gonna show you guys in the beginning of this one, so make sure you watch the next about minute and 15 seconds or so of this video, and then I'm gonna catch up with you right after that and explain what happened.
For so long, I was cold. I mean,
In comparison to the Polaris Sportsman High Lifter Edition, which a lot of you guys seem to like. I like Polaris, I like Honda, you guys know that, I have no issues with them. I feel like every brand brings a different thing to the table that the other necessarily isn't that good at. Like for instance, the Can-Am reliability is not the best, we all know that, but the torque and the power that the Can-Am provides is second to none, and you guys probably agree on that as well. Maybe some of you guys don't, maybe some of you guys do, but at the end of the day, we all have to make our own decision. I prefer the Can-Am a little bit more, but back to the main point of this concern is the cost.
Dick's out for Harambe, don't forget it, and Lulu loves Stacy, and 420. That's about a 0 to 42 miles an hour pull in about 1 to 2 seconds. This Can-Am 850 stock hauls ass, and it's a lot of fun to drive. A lot of you guys were asking, why didn't you go Honda Foreman? Why didn't you go Polaris, blah, blah, blah? And they're both great. Honda definitely beats reliability on Can-Ams, 100%. There's no argument there. But what is also not an argument is Can-Ams are 100 times more fun than a Honda. Now, people that love Honda are going to comment down below, well, I can sink my Honda 15 feet deep in a creek and then walk a ride out with no snorkel kit, or they're going to say something. And if that's true, it's true. You know, I've rode Hondas, I love Hondas. At the end of the day, you got to make a decision, right? I ended up going with the Can-Am. I have nothing against Polaris, nothing against Honda. Rode Polaris.
Alright, so there's a reason I wanted to show those two clips before I got into this video, and reason being, I wanted to let you guys know I knew what I was getting into when I got the Can-Am, or got into the Can-Am game. I knew from the get-go what I was getting myself into, and obviously you can tell the 1000 is currently not here, so I'm going to be telling you guys exactly what happened and even showing you a couple clips that may have led to it happening, this certain thing that happened to the Can-Am. But as you can see, we got my brother's truck here. That's a whole video in itself. I gotta explain to you some things that happened with that thing, and also you guys let me know you want to see the Edge video on my truck, the 24 valve out here. You guys said that you wanted to see the Edge video, so that video is going to come sooner than later, I promise you that, and why I'm not running the Edge Juice with Attitude currently. But anyway, back into this video. So the 1000 XMR is currently at the dealership where I got it, Holland Motorsports in Dothan, Alabama. I definitely suggest them. Very good guys up there. They are definitely taking care of me right now for sure, 100%. And what happened to my Can-Am, they can't believe it. They said that this rarely ever happens and they can't believe that it happened so soon, but the problem is already fixed and it is ready for pickup at the dealership right now, and I'm going to be picking it up tomorrow. So as some of you Can-Am guys can probably already guess it, the 1000 smoked the belt within 5 hours. 5 hours. I had 5 hours. I still have 5 hours on this thing. Granted, it's about to hit 6 hours, but it broke when it had 5 hours on it. So tell me how the belt freaking goes within 6 hours. Now, like, it's going to come off that I'm kind of mad. And, you know, like I said, I knew what I was getting into when I got into the Can-Am game. I know it. I freaking know it. And I already told them to throw the Maverick belt on. And the Maverick belt is already on the Outlander already as we're speaking. It's just sitting at the dealership. They closed already and I got off late off of work, so I couldn't pick it up today. But the Can-Am blew the freaking belt already, and I'm going to show you guys a couple clips right here before I say any more. I'm actually going to jump into these clips right now so you guys can kind of see what I believe to have been the culprit in this belt going so quickly. So I'm going to show you these two videos and then catch up with you right after. So as you guys saw, I did a weak ass burnout in some dirt, in some soft dirt with my 26-inch 850 tires on the Can-Am. That should not strain the belt that much at all. It really shouldn't. Even though I was in high, a burnout, it's a freaking burnout on a 1000, right? It should not smoke it within 5 hours. And then I showed you the mudding video. That's the deepest I've got it. And, you know, that could have contributed. A little water probably got in there. We all know that. But should that have really smoked the belt that quick? In my opinion, no. But some of you guys are probably going to comment down below, you know, I shouldn't have, you know, stuck at that. By the way, it's an XMR. Most of you guys who maybe don't know, the XMR is snorkeled all the way up to the rad kit. It has a rad kit and a snorkel, and it's all right up there. So you're good as long as you keep it below there. And it was below the brush guard. The water was, at least. And, you know, I should have been fine. It has rubber and copper seals, if you guys didn't know, on the XMR model. So it's, you know, it's from factory. It's pretty, it's not waterproof whatsoever, but it is pretty water resistant. And in my opinion, it should not have went that soon. Some of you guys in the Can-Am family are probably telling me I should have went with the Maverick belt from day one. You're probably right. I should have probably threw the Maverick belts on from day one so I wouldn't have the issue anymore. And by the way, I'm making this video it's full disclosure. You guys got to understand that I'm coming at you with full disclosure. I'm just telling you what happened. You know, I knew from the get-go that the Can-Am was probably going to mess up sooner than later, but I didn't know it was going to be this soon. My 850, for instance, has, I think it has 30 hours and, you know, about 400 miles, maybe just under 400 miles on it. And the thing's been a beast. I've done multiple speed tests with it. I'm always hauling ass with the 850. And, you know, it's been a beast. It's been durable, and I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. And it's got a 4-year, no questions asked warranty on it that is probably going to have to be used multiple times because axles, things like that. Diffs, a lot of you guys are probably going to comment that I got to go with the Maverick rear diff. And in a perfect world, I would probably want, if, say for instance, my diff would have went the other day instead of my belt, I probably right now would be thinking about going ahead with the Maverick diff, that it was already in the shop, it's gonna get warranted, and you know, they probably help out with a little bit of labor, maybe putting in the Maverick rear. I don't know, I'm not gonna speak for the dealership, I haven't talked to them about it whatsoever, but I'm just assuming that if they were gonna put in a diff and warranty a diff as it is, if I came into them and I was like, okay, you know, could you guys put in the Maverick rear diff instead of the stock rear diff, you know, could that be something that we'd be able to work out? That's something that I probably would go through, but the diff is fine. But I got them to check out the diff. I told them, you know, specifically check that diff out, check transmission out, check the clutch out. They checked it all out. I talked to the guy earlier today. He said that that's all fine. And, you know, all the fluids look good, nothing in the fluids, no contamination, things like that. So that's not something we're gonna have to worry about. But all I'm saying is, if it would have went out, if the diff would have went out, then the Maverick rear diff is something I would think about. But as of right now, the belt, when something breaks, pretty much what I'm trying to say, it's going to get upgraded. And the belt went, what I do, upgrade to the Maverick belt. It costs like $180, $190, somewhere in there. But you guys get what I'm saying. If the diff would have went out, I probably would go ahead and think about getting the Maverick rear diff. I wish I had a cool story for you guys on how this thing broke and how it smoked it out, but it's really not that cool of a story. To be quite honest with you guys, I was going over to my neighbor's house, who's about a mile down the road, and I was returning his Dremel and showing him the new ATV whenever the thing went. I was cruising about 35 miles an hour in low, and I may have been in high. I don't think I was in low, actually. I may have been in high. Not doing any speed pulls or anything like that. I was just cruising over there, just minding my own business. It was actually the day after I made that video of doing the burnout in the 1000 with the 26-inch tires and the dirt, that soft dirt I just showed you that video clip a minute ago. It was the next day after that video, so that's where I think I kind of worn it down a little bit and like almost made it. It had to have been on its last limit, because literally I just headed to my neighbor's house and the thing went. But like I said, I was going about 35 miles an hour on the side of the road in the grass, and the thing just fell on its face, just completely lost all power completely. And I heard like a lot of banging around. It was the belt. Come to find out, it was the belt hitting the plastic piece when it popped off. And you know, I'm like, what in the hell? It freaked me the hell out. And it was after, if you guys didn't check out my last video on the XMR, you guys know I just installed the new light bar on the 1000, and it was the ride right after that pretty much. And the sound it made, I thought was the fender, because I had obviously popped out the side fender kind of like inside the wheel well, so I could run the wires to the light bar to my switch that I mounted on the Can-Am right here. And I thought it was my fender that came out, so I was like, what the hell? That's the first thing I thought of. You know, I put it in park, I checked it out, I thought I messed up my brand new fender. Come to find out, like I said, it was the belt though. And you know, the fender was fine, so I was like, what in the hell? So I gave it 15 minutes, let it cool down. You know, Can-Ams get really hot really quick, so didn't know if that was a factor in it. So I let it cool down for 15 minutes and then started it back up, went to put it right back in drive and started cruising. I got about 5-10 feet maybe at most, and it just fell on its face again. And that's when I called Casey, and of course I still had the 26-inch tires on at the time. So that's when I called Casey to bring my brother's 850. I'll show you that video here. My brother's 850 had to save the day and drag me home. I'll show you guys that video.
Sounds like it's coming from the belt box. You hear that?
Oh, it's hard not to.
Huh?
It's hard not to.
Now it won't drop it off. Sounds like the belt probably came off.
Hold on.
My man, always, every single day, I have never seen a bug sprayer come by every single day. This man is always, it's like 6 o'clock sharp every single day where he comes by. That is my man right there. If you know him, tell him that he's my friend. Now for the record, am I mad at Can-Am? A little bit, yes, I am a little bit mad at Can-Am. But do I think I contributed in the belt going bad? Absolutely as well, 100%. I feel like I dealt my hand. But with that being said, yes, I contributed to that belt going bad so quickly by taking it mud riding, doing what the XMRs are built to do, and doing a little bit of a burnout with 26. Look at these things, they're like baby tires. The XMR is used to running things like this. This is an 850 XMR, my brother's, that he keeps over here. If you guys aren't subscribed already, make sure you guys do. It's What the Duck. He makes some really good videos. He will be here this weekend making good videos again. But the size comparison, you guys can see, these are kind of, I got a little bit bigger tires than my brother, but the 850 tires compared to those, you guys can see what I'm saying. The XMR is used to spinning those, so why did it go with like a weak ass burnout on a dirt road? You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little bit mad at Can-Am, yes, but I did contribute. I kind of shot myself in the foot and definitely prematurely blew that belt, and it probably would have lasted a little bit longer if I would have took a little bit care of it. So it's kind of on my fault, but at the same time, I'm upset. If this is your guys' first time checking out the channel, make sure you subscribe. There's always a ton of stuff going on in the garage. We're always putting these Can-Ams through hell. As you guys seen, I broke something within 5 hours. Kind of my fault, but I am a little bit upset at Can-Am. It should have lasted a little bit longer than that. I'm sure you guys can probably agree. If you can't agree with that, you may not be the most reasonable person. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I hope if you're new, you do subscribe. There's going to be always a ton of videos. I usually upload about 3 times a week. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you click the bell in the corner next to my name so you guys can be notified every time I post a video. Because I'm not like most YouTubers. I just upload whenever. I try to upload at like 10 in the morning or like at 10 at night. But half the time, my upload schedule is all over the place. So you guys never know when I'm going to upload. And sometimes you guys miss videos that turn out very, very good. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. And I will see you in the next one. The garage just looks so empty without it. 'Cause you know that I'ma throw that.